Today is November the 9th, 2024, and U.S. cities are erupting across the United States as a result of what is unfolding with Donald Trump and some major changes coming out. Things are changing left and right. I'm going to be sharing with you the latest headlines, trying to do my best to keep you up to date with everything that is currently going on, as there is a lot taking place. Take a look at the latest headlines with me, you guys. Today, November the 9th, U.S. activists planned demonstrations in New York, Washington, D.C. Today, November the 9th, we are hearing that they are taking place right now, and here's some video footage coming out across X of what is going on right now. Here's Manhattan, New York. We're hearing people protesting Donald Trump's second term, and you can see this coming out 4 hours ago. They are taking to the streets, protesting over the return of Donald Trump. And take a look at this, you guys. Fears are currently growing among NYC migrants as Mayor Adams now vows to work with Trump on immigration issues. This is one of the reasons we're hearing they're taking to the streets. Concerns over what is going to be unfolding here with the immigration and the mass deportation as Trump advisors ramp up their work on a mass deportation push. We are hearing that Donald Trump is saying, if you are here illegally, get ready, pack your bags. You're going to be on your way out if you are an individual that has come over during the Biden administration illegally. And if you are on board with that, drop a 47 in the comments. And take a look at this. What does Trump's win mean for the LGBTQ plus rights? I'm going to share with you just briefly that basically what it means is there are going to be cuts. He is saying we are not going to be supporting this being taught in our schools. We're not going to be supporting this funding for hospitals. We are going to be cutting the funding that is going towards this, not going to allow it anymore in the United States. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'm going to get to some of the details, but I'm going to share with you this basically means cuts for funding for these items. If you like that, drop a 47 in the comments, and don't forget, while you're doing so, put a like on this video as well. Also, take a look at this. Trump plans to withdraw the U.S. from the Paris Climate Pact, open some national monuments to drilling. Trump is saying, drill, baby, drill. And if you like that, drop those 47 in the comments. And don't forget to smash that like button. Here's another one. Take a look at this. This is a map of all of the counties in the United States that Trump took red, Republican, and people have been showing this picture and saying better coverage than Verizon. And take a look at this, shocking people. Today, I am very surprised that the Democrats, who fought a hard and valiant fight in the 2020 presidential elections, raising a record amount of money, didn't have a lot of money left over. Now they are being squeezed by their vendors and others. Whatever can we do to help them during this difficult period? I would strongly recommend that we as a party, and for the sake of the desperately needed unity, we have a lot of money left over in our biggest assets of the campaign, earned media, and that doesn't cost very much. Make America great again. Trump offering to pay the debts of the Kamala Harris campaign. Wow. If you think that that is admirable, he said, for the sake of unity, drop those 47s. Evangelist Nathan, thank you for the $5 super chat. They shall say, and safe entomologies, the sudden destruction of women in travel. I'm not really sure what that means, but thank you for the $5 super chat. Mad Max, thank you for the $10 super chat. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Donald J. Trump, 4547, President of the USA. Amen to that. And if you like this, like I said, drop those 47s, hit that like button, and take a look at this coming out. We are hearing it is official. Donald Trump has broken 300 electoral colleges, taking it in a landslide, has claimed Nevada, and it's looking like he's also going to be taking Arizona as well. That is going to be putting him likely at that 312 electoral college votes. Absolutely taking the nation by storm. A red wave, you can see, for the presidential election campaign. In addition to that, the Senate has been taken by the Republicans, 53-46 at this present time. In the House, still up for grabs, but it's looking like the Republicans are gaining seats as we are getting the final results coming in. And a lot of people shocked at California. Take a look at California. California, which is predominantly a blue state, going red all along the interior of the state. It's just that coast. that is looking blue, but they're saying that Donald Trump has swept the United States, and not only the U.S., but also the world. Take a look at this. Somebody posted this on X. It's a picture of Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, the presidents of Russia and North Korea. They're saying this is Donald Trump's picture from his Ring doorbell camera as they're showing up saying, hey, buddy, we brought some champagne. Let's celebrate. World leaders acknowledging that Donald Trump has won, trying to get on his good side. If you like that, drop those 47s and smash that like button. Take a look at this as well. I shared with you, they're calling this the Trump effect. He is president-elect, not even the president yet, and the world is being shaken with this. They're calling it the Trump effect. Qatar demands that Hamas leadership leave now. Now, as you guys know, the Hamas leadership has been staying in Qatar at the Four Seasons for quite some time, leading their organization from there. And now Qatar, which is considered, a moderate, not allowed to go in there and do issues or whatever. They're just mostly concerned about Mossad getting in there. But now they're saying, no, listen, Trump is now backing Israel. He's going to be getting involved in the war. He supports them. Get out. We don't want you here. Qatar telling the leaders of Hamas to get out. They're calling this the Trump effect. Take a look. Qatar tells Hamas leaders to leave. More reflects frustration with lack of progress in the Gaza ceasefire talks as well. There you can see Anthony Blinken showing up on the plane. And take a look. Hamas, they're saying November the 6th, within 24 hours of the announcement of Donald Trump becoming the new president, calls for an immediate end to the war. After the Trump election, they are saying that Hamas and Iran are sweating at this time. Iran says Trump must change his harmful pressure policy, warn of an expansion of the war. And we are hearing that, yes, this war could be expanding here very soon, as Donald Trump is saying he supports Benjamin Netanyahu's efforts. He has said that he does not agree with some of the things that he has done during this war, but he is saying, hey, go ahead and push forward, hit those nuclear facilities, eradicate the threat, take out the proxies, and we are going to be allies supporting Israel in their battle. In addition to that, take a look at this. Donald Trump saying that he is potentially going to be wiping out taxes on tips, taxes on Social Security, even federal income tax could potentially be wiped out here, and he's going to be replacing it. He's saying with the plan to increase tariffs. And now the European Union is saying they are open to bid to avoid Trump's tariffs. They're saying, we don't want to pay these outrageous tariffs. We're open to buying some good old American gases. As I mentioned, he is saying exiting the Paris Accords, drill baby drill, pushing the U.S. economy forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop those 47s if you're loving every bit of it, and smash that like button. Trump shaking things up in what they're calling now the Trump effect, as he is president-elect only for like 3-4 days now, and there are headlines coming out left and right of things that are about to change. He hasn't even gotten into the White House yet. And take a look. I'm going to be sharing with you. He says that they will show no mercy on the cartels. I'm going to be playing this video for you as Donald Trump is saying that the cartels are pushing in substances into the United States, wreaking havoc on the U.S., causing all of these immigration issues. He's saying it is time to declare war against the cartels in the United States. And if you think that's a good idea, again, drop those 47s in the comments. Smash those like buttons, you guys. Donald Trump is, what do they say? Taking names and bashing heads or something. I can't remember, but he is all over the place right now. We are seeing world leaders respond. We are seeing cities respond. Protests are taking place all across the United States. Donald Trump mixing it up as he is the president. And as you saw from the charts, the United States has spoken, saying they want Donald Trump, taking the popular vote and the electoral vote and the entire map just full of red. And California also looking like it was going pretty solid red there. Absolutely incredible what is going on with Donald Trump at this time. So, like I said, though, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. We are seeing protests taking place right now in New York, New York City, Washington, D.C., there are protests taking place as they are saying President Donald Trump is disrupting everything. I already shared with you as well that we heard from the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, the governor of Illinois as well, saying, listen, we will protect your California values. If you are concerned about what is going to be unfolding here with Donald Trump, so don't worry. If you're a Californian concerned about your California values, do not fear. Gavin Newsom is here to keep you safe. We are hearing that there are various governors across the U.S. that are going to be battling Donald Trump with the changes that he has on the way. Now, one of the biggest ones right now, the protests, as I mentioned, is the issue with the mass push for deportation. And like I said, let me know your thoughts. I've heard a lot of people say that this does in fact need to happen. We're fine with bringing in people that need to seek asylum, that are having issues, that want a better life for themselves and their families. Totally understandable, but we cannot have illegal immigrants just pouring in. And there have been news reports coming out, haven't been able to verify it yet, that the current caravan that is on their way to the United States, to our southern border, a lot of them are just turning back. Now, again, haven't been able to verify that, but we're hearing that they're turning around and saying, we're just going to go back. We are not going to go in because we know that we're going to get thrown out, and Trump is meaning business at this time. And it's absolutely incredible to see how things can change when you have a leader that is in a position of power in the United States that is actually addressing the issues, not just sitting on the beach, eating ice cream, or sleeping. So, like I said, if you appreciate all of the things that are coming out, and like I said, I'm just trying to do my best to go through rapid fire with all of the headlines because so much is going on. If you appreciate it, smash that like button. I see we've got 2,800 people with me live, 875 likes, just 25 more gets us to 900. Cincinnati Ray, thank you for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate it a ton. I see Replica saying, send them back, laughing out loud. I see people saying that 47. I'm seeing the winners coming in, the thumbs up, the American flags. People very happy here on the channel to see Donald Trump shaking it up, making some big changes in a short amount of time. The chat is going wild right now as Donald Trump is making some big changes. And like I said, also, drill baby drill, exiting that Paris Accord, Paris climate. He's also, as I mentioned, having all of these world leaders that are shaking things up right now. Qatar is telling Hamas to get out. This is the Trump effect. And let me share with you guys the latest coming out as we're hearing that he has declared war on the cartels. Let's go ahead and take a look at this so that way you can see it for yourself. This coming out just a little while ago.
Our country is being poisoned from within by the drugs and by all of the other crime that's taking place. The drug cartels are waging war in America, and it's now time for America to wage war on the cartels. In this war, Joe Biden has sided against the United States and with the cartels. They are making more money than they've ever made before, times 10. There's never been anything like it. They're major companies. They're bigger than even some of our biggest companies. Biden's open border policies are a deadly betrayal of our nation. When I am president, it will be the policy of the United States to take down the cartels, just as we took down ISIS and the ISIS caliphate, and just as, unlike the situation we're in today, we had a very strong border, the strongest border, in fact, in the history of our country, and drugs were at a low of 45 years. There's been nothing like what we did just 2 years ago. We will show no mercy on the cartels. Every day, drug traffickers are using the waters of our region to ship their lethal poisons to America, killing so many of our people and ruining families. In addition to restoring strong border security, I will deploy all necessary military assets, including the U.S. Navy, to impose the full naval embargo on the cartels. I did that before, and it worked. What we did was incredible. We will guarantee that the waters of the Western Hemisphere are not used to traffic illicit drugs to our country. Furthermore, I will order the Department of Defense to make appropriate use of special forces, cyber warfare, and other overt and covert actions to inflict maximum damage on cartel leadership, infrastructure, and operations. I will designate the major cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. We will sever their access to global financial systems. I will also work to forge an unprecedented partnership with neighboring governments in our region, just like I did in Mexico. And remember, in Mexico alone, an estimated 100,000 civilians have been tragically murdered or gone missing at the hands of these cartels. The Mexican government, run by a very fine man, the president, is really working hard, but it's not working out. These cartels are vicious and they're violent, and they have Mexico for now stymied. Well, we have to help Mexico, and we have to stymie the cartels. Either we will get the full cooperation of other governments to stop this menace, or we will expose every bribe, every kickback, every payoff, and every bit of corruption that is allowing the cartels to preserve their brutal reign, and it is indeed brutal. Finally, as I have said before, I will ask Congress to pass legislation ensuring that drug smugglers and human traffickers receive the death penalty. The drug cartels and their allies in the Biden administration have the blood of countless millions on their hands. Millions and millions of families and people are being destroyed. When I'm back in the White House, the drug kingpins and vicious traffickers will never sleep soundly again. We did it once, and we did it better than anybody else. There's never been a better border than we had just 2 years ago. It was strong, it was powerful, and it was respected all over the world. And now we're laughed at all over the world. And we're not going to let that happen much longer. We have to take over. We have to be tough. We have to be smart. We have to be fair. But if we don't do something immediately, our country is gone.
There you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Drop those 47s if you agree. Trump saying we've got to be tough, we've got to be smart, and we've got to take over. We cannot allow this to go on any further. Otherwise, our nation is going to be gone. He is waging war with the cartels, saying we've had enough, and he is addressing all of these issues. And I see that we currently have 3,000, almost 500 people live with me. And so for those of you hopping on just a little bit late, I'm just trying to keep you guys up to date with everything that's going on today, November the 9th, 2024, as there are headlines left and right, as currently we are seeing New York City, Washington, D.C., various cities right now today, November the 9th, protesting as Trump is disrupting everything. In just the past couple of days, he is shaking it all up. We are seeing the protests taking place. I'll go through these headlines again very quickly for you. For those hopping on a little bit late, activists are planning demonstrations today around the nation. We are seeing it take place at this very moment as they are protesting the second presidency coming here for Donald Trump. This coming out today just a couple of hours ago. Also, we are hearing that these protests include fears growing among NYC migrants as Mayor Adams is vowing to work with Trump on immigration issues. His advisors are ramping up work on mass deportation push. He had promised that they're going to be getting them out of here, and he's saying that those that potentially could be a threat, they need to go. And I was telling everybody, drop those 47s. If you agree, we need to control our borders, do a mass deportation, make sure that we vet everyone that comes into the nation. Also, we're hearing that LGBTQ plus rights, some of the things that he's going to be addressing. What does this mean for it? It means a ban on transgender persons in the military. It means there's going to be healthcare restrictions on those individuals that are wanting to do this. Trump is going to be impacting all of these areas. He's going to be dismantling Title IX protections, education standards, and identification options, making sure that these are not things that are pushed upon children. If you like that, drop a 47 in the comments, smash that like button. Trump plans to withdraw us from the Paris Climate Pact, open some national monuments to drilling, drill baby drill, and we're hearing this is also disrupting the plans of BRICS as well. I shared with you before that Russian President Vladimir Putin was saying that we need a new world order. The United States is the old world order. The US dollar is old, going away. Putin just pushing right now BRICS nations, getting away from the U.S. and its currencies. Donald Trump bringing it all back, saying, no, Drill, baby, drill. Bring it back to the United States. And also, I shared with you that we are hearing that other nations are responding to this. Is take a look. The European Union now is saying that they want to avoid massive tariffs that Trump is saying that he's going to do, because he said he wants to get rid of federal income tax, tax on tipses, tax on Social Security, and replace it all with tariffs coming in, imports from other nations. Well, Europe is saying, well, we're open to buying American gas then, so that way we can avoid some of these tariffs. And like I said, we're seeing the world respond. Iran says that Trump must change his harmful pressure policies on them, as they're warning that war could be expanding. Hamas is calling for an immediate ceasefire after the Trump win. Qatar is telling Hamas leaders to leave. They're calling this the Trump effect. Qatar demands Hamas leadership to leave right now. And I shared with you the clips coming out. On X here, there's a picture of, they're saying this is Trump's Ring doorbell camera, and Vladimir Putin and North Korean President Kim Jong-un showing up at his door with a bottle of wine. They're saying to celebrate, to get on his good side now that he is going to be in a position of power, as he has won soundly. Take a look at this. Coming out today, he has officially taken Nevada, likely going to take Arizona, getting well over 300 electoral votes, likely going to be going up to 312, absolutely crushing Kamala Harris in the race. Republicans with a red wave taking the Senate, likely going to be taking the House as well. Even the governors have won their positions as the United States coming in. And take a look at this. People saying better coverage than Verizon. Trump and all the counties, red, you can see that voted for him. Even look at California, just the coastline, blue, but a lot of red in there, which is not normal. So a lot of people saying it is time for a change. And he's even offering to help pay off some of the debts to the people that supported the Kamala Harris campaign, saying that he's got tons of money left over from his campaign, saying it's the right thing to do right now for unity. So, man, and in addition to that, you just saw the video footage of him saying they are waging wars on the cartels right now, saying that we need to take control of our nation, take over, get tough, be smart, not allow this to happen anymore. Trump coming in, and he is kicking butt, you guys. I don't know any other way to say it. And it's wild because he's only been president-elect for 3-4 days now, and he is stirring up so much, and we are seeing protests taking place all over the nation. I shared with you Chicago, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., New York, all these protests taking place the day after he was announced the president, and now we're seeing it again today. More organization coming out as they're saying they are very upset, very concerned about immigration, LGBTQ+, all these different things that they're saying that Trump stands for, and he's saying, get ready. It's coming, and it's coming quick. He's addressing these things right now. Now, also, in addition to that, we had heard him say during his debate with Joe Biden in the first debate that he was going to be ending the Ukraine-Russia war, he said, within a day. He said while he's president-elect, he's going to be putting a stop to that conflict. So I'm going to keep an eye on that for you guys. Also, as I mentioned, Israel, Hamas, Iran, all of that is starting to boil over. We're waiting for a retaliatory attack to come from Iran towards Israel for their last retaliatory attack. They're calling it the tit-for-tat back and forth attacks that are going on. And we've heard that Trump is saying he supports Israel and he is okay with them striking Iranian nuclear facilities. Attack the nuclear sites, he said. Go ahead and do attacks on nuclear facilities in Iran. It's an existential threat not only to Israel, but also to the United States. We also have North Korea, South Korea. Now, in his last presidency, Donald Trump did very well with Kim Jong-un in North Korea. However, now things have changed. And we have just recently heard that in the past couple of weeks, we have seen successful nuclear test launches of ICBMs by Kim Jong-un. And they're saying that now this has confirmed and emboldened him and has confirmed that he has the ability to strike with an ICBM anywhere within the United States. There was actually an emergency meeting on this, so we're going to be seeing how Donald Trump addresses this now. Also, we had heard that before, There was no issues with Iran and the United States. However, now, very different circumstances, and Russia as well. Russia actually coming out with a meeting, as I mentioned, calling for a new world order, saying the United States is essentially an enemy to Russia right now. But he did congratulate Donald Trump, and he said it was too soon to see if there would be conflict or unity between the two nations. He said he needs to see what Donald Trump is going to be doing in terms of policy. So a lot unfolding, and in addition to that, China and Taiwan, we have conflicts and potential war coming up. Just a couple of weeks ago, we heard Xi Jinping, the president of China, come out and say that his armies need to be prepared for war against Taiwan. Now we are hearing that China's coming out and saying we have learned that from in the past, it is better for the United States and China to be aligned than to be in confrontation. It's better for their economies, and it's better for both of them all around. So, man, things changing significantly in a short amount of time after Donald Trump being announced the president-elect of the United States. So, like I said, headlines coming out left and right. Policies are changing. Things are moving very quickly. And I'm going to be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel. Now, what I might start doing here, let me know if you agree on this. There's so much unfolding. I might just start doing longer live streams covering all of the topics for you. And then maybe I'll break it up into smaller videos after it's all done and just upload it on the video section, because I try to do my best to make it one main topic, like a topic about conflict between Israel and Iran, or conflict going on between Russia and Ukraine, or some sort of update with what's going on in the United States. But there's just so much now. It feels like I just need to essentially sit down and just report it all out, because even today, there are so many things that are now changing with Donald Trump coming into the presidency. It's all changing, you guys. And like I said, if you appreciate it, if you like it, smash that like button for me, and drop those 47s if you like the fact that he is doing all these things. As I mentioned, that he is starting to cause protests we're seeing today because of, he is saying, a mass deportation. If you love it, drop a 47. He is going to secure our borders. We're hearing that his advisors are ramping up the mass deportation push right now before he's even in the presidency. If you love it, put a 47. We're hearing that he is going to be banning transgender persons in the military. If you love it, put a 47. Healthcare restrictions on transgender operations. If you love it, put a 47. We're hearing that he is going to be dismantling Title IX protections, education standards for children against these transgender things. If you love it, put a 47. And identification options as well, saying that, nope, we're not going to allow you to identify like that. He's also going to be pulling us out of the Paris Climate Pact. If you love it, put a 47. He's going to be doing a national monument to drill, baby drill, bringing back our energy here in the United States. If you love it, put a 47. He is also saying that he is going to take care of our economy, stop the taxes on federal income, stop the taxes on Social Security, stop the taxation on tips. And he is going to be replacing that with tariffs against other nations bringing in their imports. And we know that that is China. Everything here seems to be made in China. China better brace themselves for an economic impact here with Donald Trump. And as I mentioned, we are seeing Qatar, they're calling it the Trump effect, telling Hamas to get out. All these nations around the world responding to what is going on. If you love it, drop a 47. And like I said, I'll keep you guys up to speed on all of it. And as I shared with you the video footage, he's saying he is waging war. He said there will be no mercy on the cartels that are disrupting the United States of America. So a whole lot going on, and I will keep you guys up to speed every step of the way. Now, all these articles, as usual, they're going to be linked in the description below. I cite all the sources, put it on the screen, read right from it. So you can go ahead and check out any of these from all these topics that I just mentioned. They're linked down below. If you appreciate that, do me a favor, take a second, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to stay up to date. I can tell you there are going to be a lot of updates coming out. We are not even in the presidency yet. Donald Trump is not even in the White House yet. Only 4 days as the president-elect, and things are changing rapidly, very quickly. I will keep you up to speed every step of the way. Sandbox Homie, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that a ton. I see somebody saying, I like this church. Just left and right, we are seeing all kinds of changes going on. 47's in the comments. Smash the like button. 40 more likes gets us to 2,000 while we're live. And like I said, I'll keep you guys up to date because it is good to have somebody in the White House that is actually not even in the White House yet, actually doing things, actually striking fear in the hearts of our adversaries. They are responding. They are acknowledging that this is a leader of power. And now we're beginning to see things change. And it's amazing to see how quickly things can change when you've got somebody in a position of power that is actually doing stuff in just a short amount of time. Pretty wild, you guys. Pretty wild. So, like I said, I will keep you up to date here on the channel. Thank you for all the likes, the support. I see all the 47s pouring in for the support for Donald Trump. The resounding majority of the United States wants a Donald Trump presidency. America has spoken. So for all the protesters out there that are protesting about this and that, this is a democracy. The majority of the nation has now spoken. You know, and I guess it's, you know, a lot of people vocalizing their disapproval. That's fine, but this is what the majority has decided they'd like to see. We saw the Biden administration in for 4 years. Now it is time for the Trump administration, and we're going to be seeing how greatly things change with President Donald Trump in the office. And also, keep him in your prayers. If you're a praying individual, drop those prayer hands, because we've also heard that they've beefed up security around Mar-a-Lago and everywhere that Donald Trump is right now because they're concerned of Iranian attacks. I shared with you there was 3 individuals that were charged with trying to assassinate him from Iran. And in addition to that, now we're hearing that those robo-dogs, have you seen those little robo-dogs? They're robots. They're kind of like dogs with 4 legs. They are patrolling Mar-a-Lago now. They now have robots that are trying to keep Donald Trump safe at his Mar-a-Lago area. So thankful for the additional protection for the robots protecting Donald Trump, and also all the prayer hands coming in. Keep those prayers up for the safety of Donald Trump, for our nation, and everything going on. And we're going to be seeing likely some big changes coming here very soon. So I will keep you guys up to date every step of the way. Don't forget to smash the like button if you appreciate it. Subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? And you guys, I will catch you in the next one. But things are erupting, and I'll keep you up to speed here on the channel. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. Have a blessed Saturday evening. I'll catch you in the next one. God bless.